soundbar that still sells like crazy in 2025. Why? Is it really that good? Or people just following the hype? This is the Sony HT-S40R. I purchased it, tested it properly, compared it with newer options in the same budget. And honestly, I am going to tell you the real story here. The good parts, the not so good parts, and whether you should actually spend your money on this or look at other alternatives at this budget. Hi, I am Pooja and welcome to ClearBuy. I spend all my time buying and testing home appliances, TVs, soundbars, washing machines, ACs and more to see how they perform in real life, not just on paper. So you can buy confidently without wasting your money. Everything I share here is from real testing and real experience. Okay, so first thing I checked, this is a 3-year-old model, right? I was a bit worried they might send some old stock. But when I opened the box and checked the manufacturing date, it's fresh, latest batch. So that's good. What do you get inside? The soundbar, one subwoofer, 2 satellite speakers, 1 amplifier for those satellites, a remote with batteries, user manual, warranty card. And here's something I really liked. They gave a good quality HDMI cable, not some cheap thin cable. This one is thick, high quality and almost 2 meters long. That's genuinely helpful. Most brands cheap out on cables, but Sony did not. Design wise, let me keep it simple. The soundbar has a nice metal mesh on the front, but the body is hard plastic, not flimsy plastic, solid, good quality. The satellite speakers, same thing. Metal mesh grills, plastic body, but they feel sturdy. The subwoofer is a wooden chamber. You can tell it's built properly. Front has a woofer and air vent. Back has all the ports. The amplifier for the satellites is plastic with a metal mesh at the bottom. Overall, it looks premium. Honestly, if you place this in your room today, it doesn't look 3 years old at all. Sony did a nice job with the design. Clean, modern, elegant. Now connectivity. All the ports are on the back of the subwoofer. You get one HDMI ARC port, one optical audio input, one analog audio input, one USB Type-A port and Bluetooth 5.0. The soundbar itself has no ports. Everything connects through the subwoofer. Setup is simple. Connect the soundbar to the subwoofer with the cable. It's color coded, so you can't mess it up. Give power to the subwoofer. HDMI goes from the subwoofer to your TV's HDMI ARC port. For the satellites, connect the left and right speakers to the amplifier using the wires. The satellite wire length is 17 feet. That's very good. Even in a large room, it will reach easily. Give power to the amplifier, press the pair button and they connect wirelessly to the subwoofer. Simple. The whole setup took me about 10 minutes. Easy. The remote looks a bit old style. Basic plastic but functional. You get all the main buttons. Power, input selection, volume, subwoofer level adjustment. There are sound mode buttons. Auto sound, standard, cinema, music, voice and night mode. You also get a dimmer button to dim the display on the subwoofer. It's not a fancy remote, but it does the job. Everything you need is there. Now the most important part. How does it actually sound? Let me start with loudness. For regular 2.1 channel content like YouTube videos, news, TV shows, the loudness is good, sufficient, no issues there. But when you are watching 5.1 channel content, movies with proper surround sound, I felt the loudness a little less. It's still sufficient, don't get me wrong. But when I compared it side by side with my LG S65TR soundbar, while watching the same 5.1 movie, the LG felt louder at the same volume level. The Sony is not weak, but it's noticeably quieter in 5.1 mode. Now vocals. Vocals are crystal clear. Whether you're watching movies or listening to music, dialogues and voices come through cleanly. At no point does the bass or background music drown out the vocals. That balance is really good. Bass? The bass is good. The subwoofer has a level adjustment that goes up to 12. And honestly, keep it at 12. That's when you feel the bass properly. As you increase the volume, the bass also gets stronger. At maximum volume, it hits well. But here's the thing. This has lower bass. Deep, chest thumping bass that you feel. But it doesn't have that rough, aggressive, shaking everything kind of bass. And honestly, I prefer this. Trebles are balanced too. Highs are clear without being harsh or piercing. Everything sounds natural. Now this is a 5.1 channel soundbar. But you need to understand something important. You only get the true 5.1 surround experience when you are playing actual 5.1 channel content. What do I mean? When you are watching Netflix or Prime Video, check the audio options. You will see original, 5.1, Atmos, etc. Select 5.1. If you don't select it, the content plays in regular 2.1 channel audio. And when that happens, the rare satellites just act like regular speakers. Everything gets mixed together. You won't feel that separation, that surround sound magic. When you are watching proper 5.1 content, movies with 5.1 audio, that's when this setup shines. The soundbar handles the front channels and vocals. The subwoofer delivers the bass. The satellites give you the surround effects and highs. You feel sounds coming from behind you, helicopters flying overhead, footsteps from the side. That's the experience. But if you are watching regular YouTube videos, news or 2.1 channel content, the satellite still works. But they just output everything. Vocals, music, effects, all mixed. You don't get the true surround separation. So just remember, for that proper theatre feel, make sure you're watching 5.1 content and selecting 5.1 audio in your streaming app settings. Current price around 24,000 to 25,000 rupees. Sometimes drops to 22,000 rupees during sales. So should you buy it in 2025? Here is my honest take. The good parts. Vocals are clear. Bass is good and authentic. Build quality is solid. Setup is easy, and for 24,000 rupees, you are getting a complete 5.1 setup. That's rare at this price. The not so good parts. The rare satellites are not truly wireless. They connect to an amplifier and the amplifier needs power. So you'll still have wires going to the back of your room. It's not as clean as truly wireless setups. Also, the 5.1 channel content, the loudness is a bit less compared to some competitors like LG S65TR. If you want a similar premium soundbar with more loudness in 5.1 channel content with simple wireless setup at a cheaper price, LG S65TR is a better option. This is my honest take on this Sony soundbar. If this video helped you even a little, a like and your one subscribe really keeps me motivated to test and share more honest reviews every day. If you are planning to buy one, I share the product links in the description. It supports the channel and costs you nothing extra. And if you have any doubts or questions, drop a comment. I read every single one. Thank you for being here. I am Pooja from ClearBuy and I'll see you in the next one.